Hello and welcome to today's dispatch from silence with me, Sara. And I've been spending the last 10 days in silence and hosting a 3-day mini alchemy room on silence. So I did the last session today. And I mean, I'm going to do a final summary tomorrow, but this is better than I could ever imagine. The processes that I've been through, and now I'm coming out on the other side, and it is just heart opening and extraordinary. So right now it feels like I'm living in a it's like a pop-up showroom. It's like God has a pop-up showroom, like has been here for 10 minutes and just watch the synchronicities and see how it is connected. It feels like I'm inside one of those. Because what happens for me now is that there's just creative energy. I really unlock the creative energy through the silence. I might have to go through a little bit of, but then there it is. And when I come back persistently, it obviously is paying back. So today, I'm just super excited, and I wanted to go on straight away after I finished the live, but I got held up because I was in creation. I was creating different things. And that is the best feeling, because whatever we want to achieve in life is a co-creation with God, with the universe, with source itself, with life itself. There's a 50%. And this balance is very interesting to look at, because we might put all the pressure on ourselves that I'm the only one. And then the other side of that is someone else needs to fix this. I'm not going to do that. It's like taking no responsibility for much. And also, if we take either too much responsibility, or that we try to so too much responsibility is that it's all up to me, and then we try to control the outcome. It's the how. We are in the how am I gonna fix this? How I'm not enough. I don't have what I need. It's apparent because I'm not doing well in this life thing here. It's apparent that I'm not doing very well. I have all the proof. Anyone can see it, and that is also where the shame comes in and the guilt comes in. But all of that is just an illusion, because none of those things really exist. The shame doesn't exist because it's not up to us in that sense. The more we control, the more we destroy, we butt in, we interfere. So the fundamental laws of the universe of abundance is everyone has heard it, like, drop the expectations, let go of the outcome. And that is like the how. That is what happens when you just create for creation itself. So to get out of all of that mess of doing more, of not being enough, and believing that I'm the only one who can solve this. Instead, it's a creative energy that we just release it, because we create out of joy. We're not creating out of the result. The result is the result of the creative energy in the moment, where we follow God's voice and God's lead, because the co-creation is the co-creation with God. So if I'm busy over here just, following the energy and just, that energy and that idea and that, and if I just be there, then I'm too busy here to see where is the penny gonna drop. Or it's like standing at the golf course, the thing where you do the many things. It's like, imagine there, and you just hit ball after ball. You don't stay and see where it goes and see, did I do good or did I do bad? No, I'm only going to look at how well can I hit the ball? What is my position? If I only look at that and I don't look at the result, it's like I only focus on giving that the golf thing is what you want to do. So the golf thing is the representation of what it is that you want to create. And then that's the 50-50, because then we let God take care of the rest. So then it's like a relay. I just like that. And for me, that energy is what is accessible in the silence. And depending on how I feel, if I go into silence, I can pretty much access that energy, especially if I do the internal alchemy, if I move energy. It's like I move energy in my body, and it's like it's like I'm manually starting a machine. It's like a machinery. It's like a creative machinery. So it's like it runs on manual. It gets started by manual. It's like a manual car, and then you can ride it. And then the more I resolve, the more access I have, the easier it is to access, and the longer bursts. I'm not sure if we are meant to be in that creative space all the time, because I truly believe that life goes in cycles, and that we have these seasons, and that we have these, the contrasts of life. I believe that is a core of this experience that I'm not sure if we can tamper with that. But I will let you know if I realize that, okay, yeah, it's totally doable to be there all the time. But what I do believe is that it's possible to become very close, and that we change the relationship to all the things that would usually bring us into a collapse, because that is the part of if we heal the inner child, then all that is left is a playful adult. And the playful adult doesn't have the childish behaviors. It doesn't collapse under pressure. The child collapses under pressure because it's a child. The adult doesn't. And when we don't do that, then we can hold the experience in a completely different way. And when we do that, that becomes like a structure. It's almost it's like if you're a race car driver. This is actually extraordinary. I'm very proud of myself here. If you're a race car driver, if you drive a car that doesn't have these steel frames inside, you're going to get badly hurt when you crash, because you're a race car driver. That means you will crash. But if you have these steel frames, then you can crash, and then you just open the door and walk out. If you are really in bad luck, yes, you can hurt yourself, but that means something really, that means you did something, and then you really went for it into something that you shouldn't have gone into. Like that type of damage comes from a certain type of crash. So it's like you will crash, but you have your frame, so you're not really gonna get hurt. You're gonna be a bit shaken up and a little bit, but there's no real damage, and it doesn't really affect you that way. But then sometimes, of course, there could be something else, and we do make mistakes, so it can be, you know, something can happen, but we will make it. It's like there's a it's the emotional attachment to the experience that becomes wildly different. And because of that, the experience change. And then we can still have, because the creative process is blocked when the root is blocked. So if the root and the sacral chakras, or those centers, are not open and not, if the body doesn't feel safe, basically, it's very difficult to you can access the creative and all of that. You can do that, but I think it's very difficult to be there all the time and have that open and accessible. And that is the difference between what, for me, I know I can do everything if I just, put enough effort into it, but it's not sustainable. And I don't want to have to do that over and over again. I want this to be a sustainable flame, and I want more. I don't want to just access it sometimes. I want the energy to be as open as possible, so that I'm living in my, full potential, or as close as possible. And this process has really started moving things. For you guys who have been with me from the 108 days, the work that I've been doing with my face, and the identity work, and on all of that. And so much have cleared during this process. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, here you can see. So I've been blessed my whole life with like perfect skin. I've never, ever in my life, not once, I have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like there's something happening here. And I've been working a lot with the energy behind my ears and the tension in the eyes. And the result that there's so much. So the only thing that it means that I have these like pimples or blemishes or what it is, it's that toxins wants to move so quickly. So it doesn't want to go through the lymphatic system all the way down to the kidneys and down, that way. So it goes straight through the skin instead. So that means that there's a lot that's been going on back here, and in the sinuses, and in the eyes, and in this area, because it's mostly located. It's here like this. So that is a physical. So I don't get sad when that happens. I go, oh, wow, because this is physical proof that I'm moving the energy locally. And that is pretty cool. Because you know what they say, you can't burn fat locally. It's like you can't move energy locally. Like, yes, you can, because you move the fascia. So I've been working so much with the fascia. So again, this just keeps getting better and better. I do feel as if I will have a little bit of a pause. The pause that I thought I would have after the 108 days, after the silence. But I thought that the last time also. And I'm realizing that my creative process is not about what I want. It just comes. So I want a pause. I want to okay, now when all this creativity is here, and we can feel good, and let's just feel good. But I'm pretty sure that my feeling good is going to be very tightly together, knit with the creativity, so that there will be a creative like outlet. So we will see how much Simba's stuff and his brand entertains me to work with, and then I will. So that's my main job, and then this is my creation. I will only lead from here with this creation. If I'm not feeling the creative energy, I'm not going to do anything with this brand or with anything. I'm going to build it only on pure joy and God frequency and God creative energy. And that is going to be so much fun to experiment with what happens when I only work from that energy. That there's no shoulds or no have tos or none of that. And what I've been noticing, because I was tied up for 108 days, that started to feel like a chore, and there was a lot of resistance in that. And then I had 1 or 2 days off, and then I came into the silence. But I structured that on a topic that is effortless for me. Holding the space in the silence it's completely effortless for me. And bringing myself into the silence through internal alchemy and activating the spine and the eyes, and creating all of this, and the fascia and the breath, and really dropping into the body and entering the silence from there. I mean, that's just pure magic and luxury. What a gift to be doing that. So that has also felt just fun and really expansive, like really beneficial for myself, because the practice is so powerful, and when I share it with others, it's like it amplifies for me. So it's like the illusion of the mind is like, oh, I'm going to work to a point where I don't need to work anymore. And that's like the old paradigm belief system, because I believe that once we find our creativity, we were not going to want to stop. It's like the child that is outdoors in the summer, and Peter, come home, it's dinner. Like, no, like I want to be out and play. It's like I want to play. And I believe that a lot of people unfortunately are far from their creative potential, and the feeling, and that is the childlike feeling, to have connection to the creative energy. It's not that we are gonna act like children. It's like we need to access what we used to be able to access as children in an adult suit. So emotionally we are adults, but the access to creativity and the playfulness in and around creativity, because there's no performance, there's no outcome, that is what play is. Play is just, you do it for the sake of the play. So creation is for the sake of creation. And when the energy of that sacred connection to creation is real, then that is what happens. We enter this childlike state, and we walk in wonder. We are full with awe. It's like, because we create something and we watch it come alive, and it's the greatest satisfaction that could ever be when we create the right thing. But our old selves create from comparison. Wow, that is not fun. And you see how I started to cough there? So, okay, comparison. Yeah, like judging ourselves, yeah, not having enough time. Oh my God, it's just Very different. Very, very, very different. So I'm going to co-create this channel. This everything that I do from here is going to do that. And Simba is doing that on his side, but I'm supporting him in his mission. So I realized that I have a very supporting role. So that is also my mentorship. It's like I and that is one thing that I hear a lot from other people. It's like you have a very supporting energy, and I can bring in that positivity and all my insight and wisdom. So it's easy for me to support other people. So I'm realizing that okay, my energy is a supporting energy to lift others, to help others come closer to their absolute truth. So helping Simba in his mission is me being, it's like that's where you use my potential. It's like I've always been phenomenal in just coming in and see what's up here. It's like, okay, where is everything organized wrong? Like, where does everything belong? And it doesn't take me long to kind of organize a room or a situation, or to realize, okay, what is going on here? It's like clean it up. And then bring that creative energy, and the fire energy that is mine is the happiness. And I have 2 monkeys in my chart. So I have these, that's where all the arms comes from, that I can multitask and, keep multiple things going at the same time. So it's cool to map my abilities to my energetic chart and just see like, okay. And then I have that chart and it's like, wow, there's a big hole here. It's like something I'm missing. But then I can stand on the things around and kind of bring that up and make that stable. Because I can see how I can create something. Anyway, creation is the key. I heard someone once say, if you want money, go create. If you want freedom, go create. If you want happiness, go create. If you want a happy relationship, go create. It's like you have to create it. We have to create it ourselves. And I think that might be a concept that is misunderstood, because I didn't understand what that meant. Because when I heard you have to create it yourself, I only thought of the external world. And I get that. Yes, I create it myself. I go to school, I get a job, I created that myself. But there was always a co-creation with someone else. I mean, the school kind of had to be there for me to learn something. So, yeah, I lost my train of thought there. That must have not been too interesting. No, but the co-creation is the key. So whatever we want to create, I didn't understand that half of that was inside, because I was only focused on the material, the physical creation. But what I had to create first for myself was myself. So it's like the co-creation had to begin with me. So I had to co-create with myself first and then co-create with something else. So, yeah. And now I get hiccups for the second time in 2 days. I usually didn't pay attention to these things, but now I'm like, okay, what's happening in the body? Something's happening. Interesting. Yeah, not everyone can be nerds like me, I guess. Okay. I will be dropping these in the pre-work in the Telegram group as well for the people who's been joining me in the quest. And tomorrow I will wrap everything up with my own experience. And that will be it for this time. But I will do more things on silence Absolutely, 100%. I'm even looking at, because that was happening. I got that nudge in the silent meditation today, like, ooh, silent retreat. So I might have to do that. You see? So it's like, I don't think that I will not be creating. I don't think so. So I will probably work way more than I think that I will, because I used to work in the corporate and have a real job, and then I worked my ass off and collapsed. So I've been a little bit allergic to any kind of burnout, which has been feeling very close because I came from a burnout. So what I've been doing these, past 9 years is to create an environment for myself where I don't work under pressure anymore. And yeah, I just don't do that in that sense. I mean, it's a gradual shift, because it's really a belief system and a nervous system. It takes time, but now it's working from a completely different energy. So I can feel the shift. So because I work from a different place, the work doesn't feel like work. It feels like play. So it's a mind illusion. I will probably work more, but it will feel like I don't work, because when I work, I work, and when I don't work, I don't work. It's like, oh, creativity is not there, then I will do something else. And there's so many other things calling me. So yeah, balance. Phenomenal. Okay, I will see you tomorrow for a wrap up, and yeah, exciting times. I wish you all the best. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. I've been watching a couple of unsubscribers, my first unsubscribers. That's interesting. It's so interesting to look at things from a not taking things personal, and only from a creativity standpoint. Like, oh, okay, yeah, because it's much better to have a small number of aligned people who actually like what you do, instead of having people that, oh no, not her again. That's not a projection I want to have anymore. It's like, I would rather have 92 followers than 93, if the 92 are 100% and the 93 is not. So the closer to the truth that we can come, and that is the new energy that is coming. It's like, it's quality over quantity. So if you enjoy it, like and subscribe. If you don't deal. And it's fine. It's it doesn't matter, because the right people will be there when they will be there. So it's like having complete, non-attachment, and just creating from the creation itself, and just following. It was the same today. I had no idea what I was going to say, and I felt pretty like, okay, I'm going to have to make a go for it here. And a couple of times during this transmission, I felt like whoop. So it's the nervous system that is it's like building this high building, and then when the wind comes, you kind of just flow with it. Okay, now I hear the cat downstairs yelling at me. I think she wants to come inside, so I'm gonna hang up now. Love you. See you tomorrow.